discussion and also summarize the experience in order to maximum the treatment and cure rate and lower the mortality rate. For the patients with mild condition or they develop too mild conditions, we also change their medicines and also give more the psychological counseling and more care and love to the patients. In order to take better of our patients, and we also had a group V chat so that we can solve the issues of our patients as early as possible, and also we can help them to solve the issues in the mental, physical part, and also their day-to-day living difficulties. And we also have to issue the guidance and also make videos online public for people to share with their families and also through the AV chat group so they can know more knowledge about how to do the quarantine at home. The disease cannot cut off by the emotional link, and the patients always saying like, we really want to know your face, we really want to know the doctors, but we don't know your face, but we only know you are the team from Xi'an Jiaotong University, and thank you for your boundless love. We will for sure deliver the responsibilities and also to do our contribution to win the battle against COVID-19. Thank you very much. Now the floor gave to Wang Xiyan. Friends from the media, now I would like to introduce our work in the Renmin Hospital in Wuhan on behalf of the third affiliated hospital of Xinjiang Medical University. We received the announcement on January 27th to organize a team. We spent only 2 hours to organize a team with 142 medics and arrived in Wuhan on 28th. Later on, we also signed 4 batches with total of 399 medics to support Wuhan. For the first batch from Xinjiang, they were all from the affiliated hospital of Xinjiang Medical Universities, including 12 experts, 48 nurses, 24 doctors from CCM, and 45 CCM department nurses, and 5 from nosocomial department. So we support the Renmin Hospital Eastern Campus. And our Xinjiang team is the first team arrived in the Eastern Campus. In order to lay the solid foundation in our work, we also established a temporary party committee with 43 party members in this organization to show our confidence and the capability to win the battle against COVID-19, and we will for sure save our people's life, and this is also our responsibilities, and also let the party members to play a leading role. We work with the medics in the Eastern Campus and worked together to overcome the difficulties and work in a well-orderly, efficient manner. We also sent 5 TCM doctors. They participated on the first line and also gave the prescriptions and received a good progress. And we also brought TCM medicine to the front line and also designed the clinical trial. After we arrived in Renmin Hospital of Wuhan, the hospital also gave us great support in accommodation, our daily living conditions, and the other 4 batches of our teams also received the support from companies and the government of Xinjiang. I would like to take this opportunity to send our gratitude to all of you. Thank you. Now I give the floor to Mr. Kang Yan to introduce the work on behalf of West China Hospital of Sichuan University. Friends from the media, netizens, good afternoon. Since the outbreak of the epidemic, based on the deployment of National Health Congress and Sichuan Health Congress, we organized a team to give the medical assistance to Wuhan. We sent 4 batches with 174 medics to support Wuhan. The third batches from West China Hospital, we gave the support to Wuhan Renmin Hospital Eastern Campus, and we took over 2 wards with around 280 beds. In total, we sent 180 doctors from Department of Infectious Disease, Respiratory, and ICU, and also we had the doctors from the Department of Geriatrics, the cerebral surgery, and the cerebral surgery, and also the doctors from the nosocomial department, as well as the engineers from the hospitals. We have 30 doctors, 99 nurses, 1 engineer. All of our members from the best team of West China Hospital of Sichuan Universities. So the top team from our Huaxi or the West China Hospital arrived in Wuhan. Upon our arrival, we worked with the doctors and nurses from different departments of Renmin hospitals to create the synergy to treat the patients. We first optimized the process of treatment and also gave a plan on therapeutic methods. We talk about the nosocomial infectious management and also the other process. So we help to treat the patients based on our different strengths. And based on our cross-discipline strengths as well as the telemedicine platform, we led the team from different departments to show their assets. And we also established this kind of the platform of cross-discipline inside our hospital and also with other teams together, so we can provide the best solutions of across departments, as well as the wisdom from our team at the West China Hospital in Sichuan, in order to conduct an effective work upon our arrival. So we set our team based on the IPR of WHO. So within 14 days, without any further support, the team can finish all the missions and also protect itself. This is the requirement from WHO. And also based on our early knowledge, we know there's also a shortage of oxygen supply. That's why we also signed 1 engineer to help us to solve the difficulties, especially the oxygen supply. All in all, we make sure that we answer the call with victory. We participated in this battle. As of yesterday, on February 24th, we admitted 137 critical patients, 69 cured or transferred to other hospitals because they now in malcondition. Now I give the floor to Mr. Fi Jianchun from Qilu Hospital of Shandong University. Friends from the media, the Qilu Hospital of Shandong University took a charter flight, arrived Wuhan to support the Eastern Campus of Wuhan Renmin Hospital. The 17 and 18 ICU were completed, taken over by us. We have 8 professors, 3 postdoctoral professors, and also we have the TCM doctor 3. Among our team, we have 50 party members. As of now, we admitted 82 patients. 14 from the critical to mild condition and right now transferred to Fangcang, the makeshift hospitals, and we have 93% of the rate using TCM, and no death toll occurred in our wards. And we'd like the party member and the senior officials to play the key role and find issues on the front line and cure them right away. We checked the health condition of all patients and also modified the therapeutic plans day to day, and we had a 24/7 work shifts arrangement. We have 4 nurses from the nosocomial infectious management in order to strengthen our work in this regard. And also we had the milestones, so 3 time milestones in the morning, noontime, afternoon, and evening to better know the knowledge of the patients. This will help us to improve the efficiency of the ward inspections and also better know our patients' health condition. We have a quite large number of elderly patients, so we have also have attach a great importance on the nutrient level of our patients and make sure that our patients can have enough nutrients to improve their immune system. We also have a room of 6 beds for the invasive therapy of oxygen. Also have the nurses with rich experience from ICU to the key wards. Make sure they can bring their knowledge and skills to treat the patients, and we better lower the number of the patients with COVID-19 in order to respond to the principle of admitting and treating patients as required, and also improve the turnover of the beds. And right now we have make it possible that we have beds available waiting patients with COVID-19. And we also have enough support by the localities and also for your thoughtful arrangement for the accommodation. We talk about the Huaihai War. We got this win because of the strengths that across the board, and we believe we also can win the battle this time because we also receive a great back from the across the life. We have a great support from localities of Wuhan and also our support from Shandong and also people in China. We will for sure to win the battle against COVID-19. Thank you. Thank you all. Now the floor is open. Please identify your media affiliation before raising the question.
你好，我是人民网记者。刚才王高华院长提到，目前武大人民医院东院有12支医疗队派驻。
President Wang introduced we had 12 medical teams in Renmin Hospital, and a good cooperation between the Renmin Hospital and the medical assistance team hold the key to win the battle. And what's the coordinated plans in this regard? So I would like to introduce more knowledge about our cooperation. Since the outbreak of the epidemic, the Renmin Hospital, state-designated hospital, received a great support by the National Health Commission, and more than 11 medical teams with more than 1,600 medical personnel in Renmin Hospital to give us great support. First, I would like to express my gratitude to the National Health Commission and all medical teams from different provinces. Talking about the treatment of patients with severe or critical conditions, we always follow the most stringent standards, and we also established the medical affairs office. So we have the unified deployment and management, and also different teams manage different wards. And we also established the West Campus Command Center at Renmin Hospitals. And we also established a meeting system that we can organize the medical team together. And we also conducted a very friendly and cooperative manner to conduct our work to treat the patients. We work together to publish the therapeutic protocol, so all the people and the medics know exactly the structure of the wards, the layout of the wards, and we also established the different working teams. And we also had a experts team led by Mr. Kang Yan. And we also have another group working specifically on lowering mortality rate, and we can see that we right now see a good progress. On top of that, we also draw and leverage the strengths of the different medical teams. So we also have a team on the nosocomial infections as well as the trachea cannular team. For the patients with a severe condition or critical conditions, we also have the therapeutic plan on each different cases. The academician Li Lanjun worked in a row for 24 days. Academician Li Lanjun also gave guidance to different medical teams and that also help us to cheer up and also keep at a high morale. We have every reason to believe that under the strong leadership of the National Health Commission and localities, and also a good cooperation among different medical teams, as well as a strong support of our people in China, we will for sure win the battle against the COVID-19. As for now, the Eastern Campus already produced a good result right now in terms of treating patients with severe and critical conditions. I believe this is a joint effort. And I also would like to give the floor to Mr. Shi and Mr. Kang. Although the medical teams from different provinces, but under the unified leadership of the Eastern Campus of Renmin University Hospitals, we had a command office. They also help us to make the unified arrangement and a plan of our treatment. We talk about the treatment. We have one single window to give the order and also work in a coordinated way. The nursing work, we also have a key person to help to give a deployment. Therefore, although we're from different hospitals, from different provinces, but with this good system and leadership, we can say we have conducted our work in a well manner and also produce a high quality service. As Mr. Wang said, we create a synergy. I give you two cases from my observations. Upon our arrival, our mission is to take over 2 wards. But for that 80 wards, actually we found 77 beds were occupied already. The Renmin Hospital actually had quite a thorough arrangement. They had the directors and nurses in charge and 1 key doctors to help us, to let us get used to the normal day-to-day working process, their clinical systems. So this was conducive to our work to create the seamless working mechanism. By doing so, that could make us to continue our work based on the existing therapeutic plan. Teams, of course, we're from different provinces, and we also established the temporary medical affairs office and the experts panel based on the requirement of the National Health Congress. The goal is quite clear, is we would like to leverage the strengths of experts to give the case-by-case treatment and consultation for patients with severe and critical condition. For ECMO, we talk about the trachea cannular therapy that should also based on the day-to-day consultation among experts. By doing so, every treatment plan was the pooled wisdom of the experts from different hospitals, and you can see our work actually conducted in a well-chemical manner. Thank you.
好的，谢谢主持人。我是陕西广播电视台新闻中心
Thank
的
you
记者。
from
刚
Shanxi.
才从我们的新闻发布会中，我们也了解到，就是我们的
From your introduction, we learned
做了很多的工
that
作。能否再
our
详细地介
medics
绍一下，特别是
have done a
我们
lot
的
to
经验
protect
可以给大家
our
分享。
patients and what we're learning from the work so far. I would like to give the question to Mr. Shi. Thank you for your question. And also thank you, our people in our hometown, Shanxi province. Before we came to Wuhan, we quite worried because we have seen the number of deaths had increased every day. Therefore, we set a goal that we should rescue each and every patient. I also emphasize every time in our meeting that we should attach great importance and attention to treating patients with severe and critical condition, and also bring the best team to treat those patients. And we should detail-driven. We should monitor the development of a health condition and also to adjust the treatment plan based on their developing condition. We also had a routine meeting every evening. In that meeting, we basically discuss more about how to better treat our patients with critical conditions, and that's also a cross-discipline discussion, and also encourage the discussion and meeting conducted among different medical teams, as well as discussion with the doctors back in our hometown. By doing so, we would like to spare no effort to lower the mortality rate and improve the cure rate. We received the patients only to die because the condition was really severe. And we also established a team to make analysis on the death toll in order to summarize the experience and apply to the other cases in order to increase the cure rate and lower the mortality rate. And in the recent 3 days, the 0 death toll were reported in our ward. I also would like to introduce some experience we got so far to help other teams. From our observation, first, the death toll, majority of them were elderly people, the highest age, 85 years old, above 60 years old, the number of patients to 85.7%. And the second feature is before they admitted, they had a long history of getting infected more than 1 week or more than 10 days at least. And the third feature, the majority of the disease have the underlying diseases such as the diabetes, the hypertension, and the majority of the patients use ECMO or the tracheocannular therapy. From admitted to the hospital to using a cannular treatment is around 1 week. After we give the intubation and other invasive therapy, it has the secondary infectious possibility. So that is the learning we got from the disease cases. Therefore, we also give some suggestions on clinical treatment for elderly people, especially the patients with many years of underlying diseases. If they infected COVID-19, they have the highest risk of the critical conditions. So we should give them the treatment as early as possible to stop their symptoms to develop to even worse situation. And we also look at the tracheocannular therapy. If we use other methods, it's not really to treat the patient with hypoxemia. That is also, we mentioned that if the patient needs oxygen treatment, we should give this as early as possible. And also at the terminal stage, we also think about how to give the treatment as early as possible, and also think how to maintain their water electrolytes. These are the learnings we got from the analysis on the disease cases. Thank you.
主持人好，我是新疆日报报业集团春山网记者。
From Xinjiang
人才
Daily.
组团是援疆工程实施以来
The many provinces sent the teams to support Xinjiang. This also helped us to improve the capability of medical teams in Xinjiang. And Xinjiang also sent many batches of teams to support Wuhan. My question to Mr. Wang: what's the progress so far of your work in Wuhan? Thank you for your question. The 6 affiliated hospitals from Xinjiang to assist Wuhan. Indeed, with quite a heavy mission on my shoulder. First, I really would like to appreciate the people in Hubei province and other provinces for your long-term support to Xinjiang province to help Xinjiang develop and prosper. So far, we have seen a tangible results. 25 million population in Xinjiang would like to first show our appreciation. And second, for the assistant medical team, in our previous work, we had a good friendship with all the medical team to support Xinjiang, and we can see we are one family. So this time we came here to support Renmin Hospital. We talk about assistance. Actually, it's not for assistance. It's the time for us to go back home. We call Wuhan, Hubei province, our home. That is why we were the first team arrived here in Renmin Hospital Eastern Campus. And we work as one team and also had 26 wards and ICU units available on January 26. 10 days later, other teams arrived in the Renmin Hospital. We also laid a solid foundation in this regard as well. Talking about the other teams arrived in Renmin Hospital, we work together among different teams to shoulder 7 wards and 2 ICU to treat patients with severe or critical condition. And we did everything to treat the patient. So far, the mortality rate was dramatically decreased. Just now, Mr. Kang introduced the work to support Renmin Hospital by West China Hospital, and you took over 2 ICU. Would you please talk more about any fresh method you adopted to treat patients with severe or critical condition? So, Mr. Kang. Thank you for your question. I cannot talk about this a creative way, but we talk about actually our methods based on the real situation here, and so we modified some plans. So first, we established the working mechanism and also have the differentiated plan on different condition of patients, and also utilize all different resources available to treat the patients. We came to this new place in order to guarantee we provide a quality service. We need to first streamline our working process. Normally, the working process had different categories and the standards. We had 3 levels of ward inspections. So this is the best way for us to understand the knowledge of the patients. And we also had discussions on the critical and severe conditions. So the doctors, experts from across disciplines can give their strengths and wisdom to come up with the best solutions. And we also conduct discussions on the disease cases, so we could better draw the learnings from it and apply the learnings to our following work. And we also conducted 3 coverage. First, to all the intubation patients, we talk about the patients. This is really a high skill plant. So any patients with the respirator support, we conduct the 24/7 management. And for the patients with a severe condition or the mild condition, we also give the psychological counseling. We know they have quite a big pressure, so that's also important to give them more help in this regard. And for the doctors from Department of Nosocomial Infection Management, we also protect our medics away from infection. And for the patients, actually, we also classified our patients in different colors, zones. Green means the patient so far in a stable condition, just give the normal treatment is okay. For the yellow color means the patients is elderly and with the underlying condition and may have the possibility from the mild condition to severe condition. For critical conditions, the patients already have some failure of organs, so we should give a monitoring on their organ functions in order to improve the treatment efficiency. 10% patients in red zone, 15% in yellow zone, and the rest in the green zone. So we have this differentiated methods that's best for us to bring the best team to treat the most critical condition patients. And of course, I should rely on our cross-discipline teams. We talk about our doctors from different departments. This is our strength. We should better leverage our strengths. So based on the internet platform, we can utilize the technologies that can link our medics from the different regions as well as our doctors in Huaxi home quarter, so the patients can get the best solution or the most proper solution to treat their disease. Of course, we should also rely on the logistics support, no matter the medical resources or the daily necessities. Talking about our team, we established our team based on the IPR of WHO. So when we arrived in the Wuhan Renmin Hospital, talk about the oxygen, we face some difficulties in oxygen supply. We conduct swiftly our solution to provide oxygen. Our engineer worked closely with the engineer from Renmin Hospital that better improve our oxygen pressure level, and that also help us to conduct an effective treatment to our patients. Right now, so far, everything goes well. We admitted 137 patients with critical conditions. So far, 69 transferred to the makeshift hospitals because their disease right now in mild condition. And 50% patients have seen changing to better. 81, 78, and 73 years old were the 3 disease cases. We still have 3 patients right now in a critical condition. We do everything to save their life. Thank you. China Daily. The Eastern Campus of Wuhan Renmin Hospital received 30 pregnant patients. We would like to know for the patients, especially the patients in maternity, you treat these kind of patients. Thank you for your question. Amid the epidemic, the pregnant patients or a special group because they have their different condition. We should do everything to save the mom and the babies. And this is also a glory mission on our shoulder. That's why we open a specific ward to treat the pregnant patients. So this is actually was a renovated hospital. This also should give a credit to the Renmin Hospital gynecology and obstetrics, and also the medics from Xinjiang. And we have right now 20 pregnant patients discharged from the hospital, and we also like to see 7 newborn babies. Right now, so far, all these 7 newborns, no infected with COVID-19. Right now, we have 19 pregnant patients in the hospital. So far, their condition is stable. So we talk about 0 death toll among the pregnant patients and all new babies. There is no case of infection. And actually, yesterday we welcomed the 100 patients cured, and that 100th patient was a pregnant woman, and a academician Li Lanjun also herself said welcome to that patient. I would like to contribute more to Wuhan Renmin Hospital. And based on the therapeutic protocol issued by National Health Commission, we would like to use the advanced haplo-filtration method to conduct the hemopurification method to the patients with severe critical condition, and we also will conduct the 15 the respirator and also the dialysis machine to save the patients, and we also conduct our way in a creative manner to use different ways of the hemopurification to save the patients. As of February 22nd, we finished 150 patients with hemopurification, and more than 1,500 hours spent in this regard. And we can see their health condition much improved, and we got quite good clinical results. We will continue our efforts in this regard to bring the service to more patients. Thank you. Due to the interest of time, one last question. From Shandong Qilu News, I would like my question to Mr. Fei from Qilu Hospital of Shandong University. You just introduced a bigger picture of your work in Wuhan Renmin Hospital, and you also laid out that you would create a Qilu medical standard and Qilu medical treatment. So what's the progress so far in this regard? Thank you for your question. This is a key point. On top of the therapeutic protocol issued by National Health Commission, based on our normal practice in Qilu Hospital, we constantly has been improving our treatment mechanism and to improve the cure rate. Based on the local features, we also modified our treatment plans. So we had 3 levels of ward inspections. We also released the handbook to all medics, and also the process for discharging patients in the Eastern Campus. It's an ongoing process. Right now, we also finished the treatment of patients in Huanggang and other regions in Wuhan. Make sure this can be a standardized process. Thank you, all the speakers, because we know you have a really tight schedules to came here right from the front line. And thank you all the friends from the media. That's the end of the presser. Thank you.